All right, kiddo, it's us. It's you and I.
Yeah,
Woo!
that's right. Good
Everybody,
morning.
a big scream. Woo! Oh, my gosh.
It's a sunny Monday. It's nice.
You know,
so.
it is a beautiful day to be alive, and our favorite two ladies in the whole wide world outside of you, Mary Anthony. Big round of applause for Mary Anthony, everybody.
Oh, please. I'm clapping for our ladies and Dwayne.
I love Jackie and Jenny.
I do too.
They have war wounds.
I know it.
Ladies, what's going on? How are you?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Actually, I'm good. Really, I'm good.
You're doing
Yeah.
good. Yeah, so you guys just
be able to say we're great, actually.
you did your heart cart this morning.
We did.
I'm curious, what did you think about the process?
I thought it was really easy.
Were you nervous?
I was nervous.
Absolutely.
They made me feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And breeze. What,
Good.
25 minutes done?
If that. It was
Wow.
great. It was great. From beginning to
Fantastic.
end. I mean, from check-in to all the way, to the last test. Super easy.
Wow.
That's when, and I did ours live on the air, and you did one with your husband, Jeremy, and obviously, big round of applause for
Dwayne,
Dwayne, everybody.
right.
Dwayne! Ow! Dwayne, you're always doing something. You've got just to kind of recap for folks here on Younger Life, Rick Federici, Mary Anthony, weekdays, 9 to 10 Central. We do it on the live TV stream and on radio. Isn't this crazy?
I know.
Everything
These
just
are my
flows.
favorite Mondays.
I know.
You know.
I got to be honest with you. I want you guys here every day.
Well, I think it's just it's fun. I love to, I like that Rick and I can see what everybody else is doing and how it's going for them.
And
you
how
know,
bad
and
we
it's
are
nice.
doing. No.
I know, because you know what? Rick and I end up laughing because I'll be honest too, today, bi-weekly, we check in and see how it's going. I got on the scale this morning. And if you remember the last time you guys were here was right after Easter, I had gained a pound. I was the only one that gained.
was right with you.
That's right, you were.
Right
Thank
with
God.
you.
I didn't.
I was too.
It didn't change at all. Not even an ounce off. Still
So
that
you're
one.
still at a pound.
I'm still plus a pound. That's terrible. Oh well, it's all right. I'll get there. You know.
You know what? Next time, I'm just going to tell you, ladies and gents, take off your shoes. There's a pound. There
You know,
you go.
I wish.
There's a
I
pound.
wish that were the case. I though weigh myself at home before I even get dressed, so I have no excuse.
Well, I ran out of heart medication this
Uh-oh.
past weekend. And the doctor said to me, I got a 90-day supply, which is no big deal because I guess it's high blood pressure, but it's at like 0.5. It's like a little pill. But you could actually tell. And one of the things I wanted to throw out there today to everybody is, man, and my wife is always on me about it. And usually they're really good. But if you have to go see the doctor, but I couldn't go see the doctor this past time because of things that were happening in my personal life. And so and then I got a flat tire on the second round on 8094, which then I got screwed up on that one. So they're like, Rick, you need to come in because we need to check everything.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, well, I'll be in. So I made the next appointment, got it back. And now I'm happy because I feel way better. It's really weird once you start taking medication.
It's really bad for you too to just stop medicine, just to run out and not have any. I mean, that can be really hard on the system. So you actually felt different. You noticed?
No way. Headache
Wow.
City.
Really?
I
Yeah.
felt way
High blood pressure.
Way lightheaded and yeah. Do you guys ever feel like that? I don't know if I take fish oil. I take my men's one a day, and I'm still under 50 right now because when I hit 50, that's gonna really stink. I'm gonna go to that bottle that's got the gray on it.
You didn't buy the 2-pack, did you?
I did. And then I take this little heart medicine thingy dingy.
Blood pressure.
But I could totally tell.
Wow, the headaches.
The
Yeah.
headaches and the lightheaded kind of thing going on. So do you guys, it's none of my business, but if you guys do something like that in your normal routine, do you feel different if you guys don't do something like that?
That is my issue. That was the one thing that HeartCart said to me.
High blood pressure.
High blood pressure. Go get to the doctor, get that done. Everything else that was either just a little up or a little down, even a little bit of plaque in here. They said that all of that is livable. And and what I'm doing now through this is actually correcting all of that.
Right, it'll reverse. You can reverse that.
That's fantastic.
But they said
absolutely.
the blood pressure. I've got to go get something for that because that's a little bit.
So can you tell us what about your cholesterol? I know the actual EKG and stuff results will be checked by an actual cardiologist, and then you'll be able to access those records. What about, I know the little, when they poke the finger, you get out the little printout of your cholesterol and glucose. How are those?
Those were all fine. My glucose was fine.
Yeah. That's so nice.
But my husband, he does that for me all the time.
Oh, does he check yours? I know you said he is diabetic. So.
And the bad cholesterol was a little bit high and the good cholesterol was a little bit low.
Right.
So they said to eat more avocados and what I'm not eating now, like the sausage and
You're not
that's
eating
gonna-
any sausage at all?
No.
Oh my gosh, that's hard to do.
That's gonna fix. That's gonna fix all. That's balancing itself out.
Good.
My heart was okay. My aorta,
The
my
aortic.
stomach thing was okay. Everything was all
You
right.
look
Doesn't that feel
fantastic.
so
Yeah, blood
good?
pressure, and I lost 7 more pounds.
Oh my gosh.
7 more?
Crazy.
Oh my goodness.
I
That
could
is
tell.
incredible.
Oh my gosh.
7 more.
Don't you
so-
love how they take pounds off when you get on their scale? I said, can I use that rule everywhere I go?
And she even said we could take 2 more off for the clothes you have on. And I said, no, let's just leave that in my bank.
That is fantastic.
It's so true.
Congratulations. That's great.
Yeah,
That's
I'm gonna give
awesome.
him applause.
That is
Really?
awesome.
Bravo,
Holy
Jackie.
cow.
All right,
I'm
Jenny,
at
how about you?
25 now. 25
Oh my
total.
gosh. And I'm still
tell.
+1. That is so not fair.
So I'm,
Round
You
of
are
applause.
working so much better than I am.
I'm down 3. So
Really? Well, that is
That is
fantastic.
great, Jenny.
well, you know, it's
No,
a start.
that is-
It's
that
a
is
start.
It is a start.
And you know, I'm again not really religiously working out like everyone else is because I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
If I took the time, I'd be up at 4:30 every morning, and I really don't want to do that because I don't sleep well enough as it is. So. All of my numbers were normal, which
Oh,
was
good.
great.
Excellent.
Good.
I got a little woohoo when I looked at my cholesterol. They were, woo, look at yours. And
That's
so
fantastic.
I thought
That
that
is.
was great. And the reason, my other reason for doing it was not only this, but my dad had a heart attack just before he turned 50.
Wow.
And a pretty major
Did
one.
not know that.
Yeah, and we don't really advertise a whole lot of that, but knowing that risk factor is there for me, and that I have the same build as he does, and I'm very similar in personality to him. I was really nervous that my numbers would be very off. So, knowing where I'm at now, I'm 43. I still have time to make sure that
Way
stays
young.
good. And to make sure that I don't get into that same risk category that he did.
Right.
So
Wow, I didn't realize it because my father, God rest his soul, had his first heart attack around that age.
Yeah.
And then for 13 years, he did the rehab and he
Yeah.
was really good about it. On the bicycle,
sodium
watching
and
what he ate.
Right.
Of course, being dad, he kind of, diversified, we'll say, here and there, but we all do. And then he had another situation 13 years later, and then we lost him at 72-ish to complications to the third one, which wasn't the heart. He made it through the heart attack side of it, but it was his kidneys that shut down.
Wait,
Kidneys, liver.
It is such a
that
good
thing.
point, though, about knowing that it's a risk factor being in the family. That definitely doesn't doom you to the same fates,
Right, right.
But to pay attention to that and say, okay, I'm going to start making these changes now. So your blood pressure and everything was
So
good
everything
too.
else was good.
That's
I was so
fantastic.
Seriously.
excited to know that everything was good, and I didn't
Yeah.
have really any concerns to
That's
worry
such
about.
a comfort.
That's
Yeah.
got to be a stress-free kind of a thing because I could just tell you're always happy and you're always energized, but you could tell as a person too
Yeah.
that you're not thinking about it. Same thing with you, Jackie, and Dwayne. We're going to talk to in a second, but you could tell it's happy. Wow, I can't believe you
Relief.
guys are like down. Yeah, relief.
Yeah, relief. I mean, that's fantastic. Dwayne, I know you see your doctor on a regular basis, so you kind of always have these things in check. But I mean, Dwayne's been the biggest self-starter that I know as far as saying, all right, I'm going to go for it regardless, and I'm going to fix this. And you've corrected so many things on your own. I am envious of that kind of dedication.
envious.
All of you. You've been much more dedicated. I think it's fantastic. Not of the health conditions, I'm certainly not, but of the just the dedication to stick to it. I apparently have zero self-control. I guess even when I think I do, I just don't. So,
Well, it's different when you're faced with an alternative. What was my choice? To do what I had done or, to start riding the electric cart around the grocery store
Yeah.
buying crap.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it really wasn't much of an option.
Good.
So we didn't ask you. Have you checked your weight?
No.
Okay, that's okay.
I don't. I just wait till I go to the doctor.
That's cool.
That's
cool.
just
And you go again. You said last time we talked, it was almost 3
every
months.
3 months.
That's what I thought. And you're working towards decreasing and hopefully eventually eliminating at least a couple of the medications you said you're
I've
on.
taken a couple away already.
Have you?
Yeah. the high blood pressure medicine is gone.
It is gone.
you
I
get-
thought you
do
would
you
just
get
decrease
headaches?
that.
Medicine
Wow.
is not, it was tough for a week or so.
Yeah.
Really?
But it's gone, and the diabetes medication's been cut in half.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
That was the scary one. It's just like, oh my God.
So you cut that in half. So do you feel something different? I'm just curious, just for the audience participation out there listening, people that are following you. So does that make you feel different? Do you get headaches? Do you get lightheaded? What happens when you cut out that medication? At least?
No, I think that I was having more headaches from having too much of it and having too low blood sugar. You know, I don't check daily. I do it once a week, and unless I feel funny. And you know, 3-4 weeks ago, I basically stood up in the middle of the night and fell, just passed out.
Really?
So I was like, okay, it's a perfect opportunity. My blood sugar was a 50. Yeah,
Wow,
I'm sure you're familiar
very
with that.
low.
So it
Okay,
was,
so can you explain what that means?
that's extremely low. I mean, that's
I did not
A
know
normal person's sugar is just under 100, right? But I mean,
yeah,
not
80
that
to
much.
100 is what
80
they
to
want your
100.
target to
Wow.
be. Yeah, so a 50 was low. So that's, you know, I called the doctor that day. So we have to do something. You know, he's like, okay, snap the pills in half. And
Wow. So yours is, we should point out, obviously we always say we're not doctors, but you're reducing or eliminating medications under your doctor's supervision.
Yes.
I mean, obviously,
Yes.
please do that,
Yes.
you know, and
And we are not doctors.
because we are not doctors. We always point that out, you know, just
they may
to be
play
sure.
doctor on weekends.
Yes, hello.
You never know, wink, wink. But
That keeps you
still.
young for sure.
Yeah, it does. So I think it's important to point that out. But I mean, really, that's an incredible accomplishment all by itself. Besides weight loss and the lifestyle changes which have gotten you there, but to be able to reduce and eliminate any of the medications. I mean, that's got to give you hope, Rick. You know, you're dying to get off that little blood
My
pressure
brothers
pill.
refuse to both take or do anything related to high blood pressure.
Really?
They're arguing like some of my friends are right now, but the other side of
About
that is
not taking it?
about
They
not
don't-
taking it. And you know, that God bless them
Mm-hmm.
because it is what it is, but I have always been concerned that I'm taking it because I want to get off of it.
Yeah.
And I know that probably the easiest way, and you guys probably all going, yeah, Rick, you need to lose a little bit of weight. I hope if I am able to lose 20 pounds between now and summer or now and midsummer, that's maybe a part of it. Do you think that was a part of it by losing the weight? Is that what helped you out? Or do you think it was a
I don't
mixture?
think it was the weight as much it was the exercise.
Oh.
And not to sound like these, you know, these weekend warriors and infomercials, but I
Mm-hmm.
really do think the exercise is the most important key. You know, getting that blood pressure up and then letting it come to normal and pushing out the blood through and expanding those arteries and keeping them supple. And, you know, I think that's the bigger issue is a consistent exercise. You know, and that's my opinion. I'm not a doctor either.
Right,
so-
but I mean, but this is what's worked for you, and I think that's what's
That's
great
right,
about
that's
this
what
show
worked
is
for me.
because none of us are experts on the area.
We're real people.
But we are, but we're all trial and error and trying to see what works for you and what's done, helped you out the most. And so for you, that's been what you've noticed being the most consistent benefit of the working out has been. It's allowed everything else to fall into place.
Correct.
I know, Jackie, you said you guys were not overly active before, and now you obviously are. I mean, it's definitely worked its way into your schedule. Do you think that's why you've been so successful? I mean, 25 pounds is
incredible.
crazy
It's great.
significant.
What's the time on that? Because if you don't mind me asking, before
It's
you
only
answer that,
been
It's been 6 weeks because this
Yeah.
is like the third time we've been
Right.
on here.
Holy
I'm sure the exercise is it. And again, I'm hoping that it helps with the high blood pressure. I don't really want to be on the pills, but something that was said again to me today is, as you two know, when I went to the eye doctor, I have these little
Yep.
dots behind my retinas. I have to go to a specialist for, and they said it's blood pressure.
yeah,
That could be a good cause of it because it affects your optic nerves. So,
yeah.
it's definitely the exercise for me, and I just feel so much better.
I mean, you've made a ton of dietary changes too.
Oh,
you
yeah,
really have. I mean,
absolutely.
you all have really. I mean, I know, Jenny, you were cutting sugar out, which is
Which let's not even say that I was baking all day yesterday. Couldn't do much else. It was just
Oh,
go
it's been
outside.
yucky,
So
yeah.
I spent the day in the kitchen and I had 40 bananas that were going bad from my daughter's softball games being canceled.
What did you make?
So I made banana cookies and banana bread.
Wow.
Spent
It sounds
So,
heavenly
yeah,
right
it
now.
sounds
Warm with a nice
Except,
pat of butter
you know,
on it.
they're again not really fitting in the whole eating plan right now.
Yeah.
But again, that is real life, and that we are all
is.
going to have days like that. And
It is.
I
And my
think
kids loved it. My husband loved it. And, took some to my dad and
Aw.
to my mom. And so,
I
Good
think
for
in
them.
those cases, the best thing is to say then, okay, so what? So that happened, and then today
move
back
back
on.
on.
Yeah, move on. Who cares? You
Yeah.
know.
Oh, that's exactly what I do. There's no. Although I did learn to make. If you're familiar with the Dole Whips. Okay, so now I have a
Dole Whip recipe.
yes, I have a Dole Whip recipe. So we had those for the kids instead of ice cream.
Wow.
And that just consists of pineapple, and I used some stevia and almond milk. I went and bought almond milk, and I think a little vanilla, and that's it.
Wow.
And it's in a food processor, and that was their ice cream.
You did that. We
Nice.
took bananas and froze them
I did that too.
and
Yum.
made banana ice cream.
Yeah,
Wait,
how did that
wait,
go?
wait,
We
wait.
did discuss
So-
that last
Yeah.
time.
So explain that.
took because I had all these. My daughter's softball game got canceled. We were supposed to feed the team, so I was stuck with 40 bananas in my kitchen.
Yeah.
What do you do with 40 bananas?
Right.
So I'm doing anything I can that's banana everything. And so I thought, okay, well, I'm going to try this banana ice cream thing. So I, literally put the bananas in the freezer whole. Some people cut them up first. I put them in whole.
Did you peel them?
I know. I
Okay.
didn't peel them until after. Like,
Oh, I was just curious.
mistake for me.
Oh,
Should-
okay.
Yeah,
I
did
would
the
have,
same thing.
having done it now.
Well,
I
why?
would
Can
peel
I
it
ask why would
before.
that be a mistake?
I
of
was
the
afraid
colors?
that because it's
It's
hard to
easy.
get them
Harder
off.
to peel.
They're
Oh.
so hard to
Oh.
peel.
I never
Really?
even thought about
It was
that.
so awful. So I ended up just cutting the peel
I
off
did
with a
too.
knife because I was just too frustrated.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not doing this.
Diddle it.
So I cut the peel off. And we threw it in the blender. And of course, we try the first little bit of it. It's good. But then my kids are like, okay, well, let's put something chocolate in there. So I found some unsweetened cocoa powder in the cabinet, used that, and I had some natural peanut butter and threw some of that in. They liked that better. I was good with just the regular bananas. I was good with just that flavor. They wanted the chocolate peanut butter taste to it, which
It does sound
they
good,
loved
yeah.
it. They loved it. And we put it in little tiny containers that were, about the size of the ones that are here on the counter, and froze them. And that was it. They thought it was fantastic.
Yum.
So it's
That
definitely
sounds
something
really
we'll do
good.
again.
I mean right. What a great alternative
A
to
great
just
treat for them.
regular old, ice cream or even
frozen yogurt. Just,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how good and I was trying to mentally think of calories to compare
no
the
idea.
two. You know what I
Wasn't thinking
mean?
about
Just
that
to.
part. Just
No,
I mean, it's
but
healthy
this is
though.
way
I'm
healthy.
thinking it's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
it's all natural sugars
Right.
then that you're
Yeah, 'cause
you're adding
not,
in.
You're not
Right.
putting anything. You're not putting anything in there but the bananas. So
Yeah.
Right.
you figure what a banana has about 70 calories in it.
Well, you're
full-size
pulling
bananas.
back saturated fats. You're
Right.
pulling
Yeah.
back any unnatural
chemicals
oils,
and everything.
eggs, all that stuff that's in the ice cream. It's all
Right.
gone now. So the calories aren't that important. It's
Right.
the content.
Right.
That sounds good. I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah.
I didn't get a
that's-
chance to try those carrot hot dogs.
Isn't
I
that
ran out
funny?
of
Did you
time.
guys hear the show on Friday with
so
the
ran
vegan
out of
couple?
time.
Those
If-
guys were
did you
so
try it?
great. Were you guys listening on
The
Friday?
whole show. yeah.
Friday we had a couple in that has gone completely plant based, all vegan. Again, I was talking to them out there before the show ever started and said I don't necessarily see that being a serious move for my entire family, but I could see working a couple completely plant based days into the week. That's my goal. They printed us off pages of recipes, which was so cool. And they were so awesome to talk to. But they make carrot dogs. They said it actually looks and has the content of hot dogs, even on bread, and you can put whatever you want on them. So it was just interesting to talk to them about that. And they said next time they come, we're going to do carrot dogs. But I think that would be fun to do
I
on one
know
of our
it sounds
Monday.
weird.
Doesn't it? Because
It
it's
sounds
so
weird.
gross.
I looked it up, and I just don't know if I could do that.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you right now, I will try anything.
Oh, I would
those
totally
two
try it,
have,
but-
because
Yeah.
I think some of the things that they were talking about, I was like, this is incredible. Like, I would love to try these recipes at home, and not especially Devin, and not
Yeah.
let Devin know and
What
just
it
put
is,
it into
right.
effect. And I would love her honest reaction, because think about when we tried tofu.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When we tried that,
We were like, we didn't want, because we thought it would taste like an eraser.
Well, and it did.
Really? Like a
It
pencil
did
eraser.
taste like an eraser when it was
Flavor
plain.
it does.
That's
Yeah.
it. He said,
Yeah.
taste it plain. I want you to know the difference. Ooh. And I tasted it. It was like a
We were,
pencil
like, blown
eraser.
away.
But what's amazing about tofu is that it does absorb whatever flavors you
Whatever
cook it
flavor.
with. So when he made like those fajitas,
Oh, was
it
killer.
tasted again. The texture's a little bit different as far as than chicken is what it
Right.
looked like. He even cut it to look like chicken, but it was so good. It tasted just like it was fantastic. So I think maybe next Monday when you guys come, I'll make some of these recipes that they brought in. At least something. Try
I'll
something
help.
different that we haven't had.
They cracked me up. They were talking about this and that and no oils and like,
Oh, my
wow, these
goodness,
people
yeah.
are so way over the
Yeah.
top. And then you ask them, did you give up alcohol? And they're like, no.
Yeah, I know. That's when they said they were cutting out
Are you
sugars.
kidding?
I am.
Are you crazy?
Yeah, but isn't that plant-based, most of that?
It is. He does his own brew. He actually brews his own
Yeah.
beers. So it is as much as possible.
They're
But when they
cute.
said they were
They're
cutting
so
out
cute.
sugar, they were awesome. They were.
But
so
it
funny.
was funny because Mary
I was
was
like-
really serious. Now, did you guys give up alcohol? And they're like, no.
Yeah. He said, I make my own brews. No, but I was curious because of the sugar. That was what I was.
Right.
Why they're trying to eliminate sugars and all oils because Lydia, the wife, she said her cholesterol is still high.
Yes.
So they were trying to really, and she works out at the gym 5 days a week, and again, some of that is hereditary, and some of it is just trying to find what works best for you, because there are plenty of people that don't necessarily haven't taken things that far and still have all of their numbers and everything totally in check. So that's why it's so important to know your numbers. It isn't always just a matter of I eat well, I must be well. It's definitely plays in, so many things go into that. So that's why it's important to know your numbers. Talk to your doctor when you're making these lifestyle changes because, it is trial and error. And that's why I'm fascinated by what works for you guys and maybe some different things. I feel like I am stinking active. I am always doing things.
Can I ask, by a show of all you guys and gals here with Younger Life, this is one of the things that I think has worked for me in the past. I threw it by the wayside in the winter, and after seeing Lydia's journal,
Oh,
do
my,
you journal,
yeah.
Jackie? Okay,
I knew you
So
were.
you keep record of that.
That's yes. And even if it's like a bad day, I might write down why I think it was a bad day, so that I can mentally think, okay, don't let that get to you anymore.
Jenny,
I
I'm
need
just
to be
curious.
better about it.
Okay.
I'm not fantastic
Right.
about it.
Okay, and I'm going to say personally, I haven't journaled at all. I mean, the
Oh,
only
I do every now and
Well,
then.
you know what I'm saying? I know what I'm doing. Like, for example, and I'm going to tell you what I did in a second here. But I rode my bike yesterday in my house on the trainer. Thank you, Bike Stop in Michigan City, for about 25 minutes. So I'm going to leave it there. But I did take a mental note that I did that. I didn't write down anything I ate, which I thought was good. Do you journal?
Well, what I don't journal in the same sense that Jackie journals. I do, like, there is an online calorie tracker that I like to try to keep just because it makes me more accountable. And then I'm more aware. Sometimes I'm shocked, even when I'm eating totally crappy food, at this crappy food is way better for me than this crappy food. And it's not always just calories, it's sugar content and stuff. I mean, it's true.
Well, it's true. It is
honestly,
true.
like
It
say
is
we're going to a
true.
birthday party.
When you're on the go with, what do you have, 5?
5, yeah, with
children?
5
Yeah,
kids.
when you're
yeah.
on the go with 5,
Hello.
how can you possibly be? Yeah, you can spend the whole weekend in the kitchen planning and prepping and doing all this stuff, but realistically, who does
Right.
that?
Well, even to say we're doing
Good
fast
point.
food, I say we're going to go through fast food, just to be able to look at the calorie difference and the sugar difference and even grains because it breaks it down in, say, a sub from a sub place that's full of veggies versus a yummy burger that has bacon and crap on it. It is the difference being able
That's
to
a
be
new
in
burger,
my
by the
face.
way.
It's a new
Bacon
burger.
Double
But
stack.
yeah, but honestly,
With
in my face when I'm able to see the difference of being double the calories or the carb count being off the counter for the day, it's nice to be in my face, and so that's why I like to do it. And I've been stuck in this rut for a while where even when I'm doing this. And I know, say, this is my goal, and I'm still way up here, way above my goal as far as way too much calories, way too many sugar grams for the day, and, whatever. I feel like it still makes me accountable. I like to see even those bad days. I want them in my face because I feel like then I know when I am stepping on the scale and gaining a pound or not losing an ounce, then I think, well, I know why. Consistently, I've had the majority of my days be, out of my goal range, and out of my healthy goal range for my own self, which you help determine by looking up, your height, which I'm short, I'm 5'2", so, my height and my weight and all those things. That's how you help determine those goals and what I should be sticking to and the percentage of fats and carbs and sugar I should be at when I have a day that I get on and say, yep, I didn't lose anything. I do understand at least why. So even when I get lazy with it, I think it's important to do it because it makes me more accountable just to my own self. I feel like it's not so hopeless. When I have a week where I've been doing fantastic and can get on and lose a pound or two, I think this is why I'm supposed to stick to this. This is why I have these goals, So I just need to get better at sticking to,
Someone
willpower
just asked
thing.
if Dwayne journals. That they want to know. Do you
Yes.
Absolutely not.
I
okay.
remember you said
No,
that.
that's just too anal
For you.
for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't.
Is that a guy thing? Because I feel too,
just-
sometimes it's hard for a man. Steve, did he journal or was it Lydia journaling for both of them?
Well, Lydia's journal is primarily their cycling goals and plan. They're really avid cyclists, which is fantastic.
I love it.
But when they set goals, boy, they are not kidding. Like they have a plan worked out to, we want to reach this goal, so we're going to break it down. And I think that is one of the keys to their success as far as managing their diet. I think is always evolving. But when they decided to jump vegan, they literally jumped and went all 100%. But I think that helps that they were a united couple in that. You know what I mean?
So why don't you journal? I'm just curious.
The same thing with weighing. I don't want that constant reminder. It's almost like, you're going to punish yourself because you did something or you didn't lose weight or my God, you had, 6 more pieces of cheese today. Or it's for me, that doesn't work. It's a whole reward punishment thing coming off of a career as a trader. You have those days where you just got smacked around and you just gave away thousands of dollars and you can't beat yourself up about it. You just go to work the next day and to the other extreme too, when you have a great day, you don't reward yourself. You don't, you work it into just a lifestyle. So for me, it was just a 3-4 week moving a giant switch into a lifestyle.
Yeah.
I don't want to know, I don't want to write down. I don't want to just be constantly just
reminded, right?
Just do it, just
I think that's what I find the most fascinating about Dwayne's story is where, I think that my mind works a lot like your guys is where we're trying to chip away at it, but we need that constant. I need it in my face to know how
I do
poorly
too.
I've done.
So much-
but I don't like the
Yeah,
punish thing.
yeah.
But I think
Whatever
Dwayne
works,
decided this is what we need. This is what I need to do personally and just do it. And I think that is tough for
Dan just said, asked Jackie, is that hard to do? Is it hard to journal?
It
And
is
that's
not.
a good question.
It's not hard to do. I mean, it's 2 or 3 minutes to
Right.
do that. And I don't use it so much as punishment reward. I use it as reference. Because if I look at this and say, God, I had a really bad day here today,
Yeah.
but I know I loved everything I ate, so I'm not going to be upset about
Right,
that.
right.
But then I might be able to say, this is affecting why I'm eating.
Yeah.
This was a day that something happened.
yeah.
determining your triggers.
Yes,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
yes, and figure out how to work that so it's not going to happen the next time.
Awesome.
I really
Yeah.
wish I was in Jenny's kitchen yesterday.
Do
Yeah, no
you?
kidding.
Me
Yeah, I know, right?
Bananas. Woo.
Do you find with the journaling that this is going to sound silly, but that you don't want anybody else to read it? I mean, I would find that's very personal, especially if you are looking for triggers.
You know what? I don't really so much care because, I'm out here
Yeah,
and people know what's going. They don't know actual numbers, but they know
Right.
what's going on.
Right.
And at home, this morning before we went, I knew I had to get up early, so
Yeah.
I packed my food because I knew I was going to have to eat breakfast while I was waiting for her because
Yeah.
I wasn't going to make it. So I had to have my breakfast. So I packed everything, and then I got up early enough this morning that I already did the fit board.
Oh, you did.
Nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
What is that? Explain
That's
to
the
me.
We Fit thing
my
she's
We
been
Fit.
doing that for the
So
exercise.
I already did that this morning, And, there's my husband. Well, I mean, it's out there.
Right. I mean, they know it, but I mean, just to read it, it's different in words. I think words and numbers, I would kill my kids if they were on my calorie counter thing. Don't
Wow,
you
look at
dare
mommy.
be snooping at mom's stuff.
My kids are not allowed to know those
It
things.
would be embarrassing. I love that my kids are very aware that I do it. And when I very first started tracking at all, they would ask me, or if they saw me measuring stuff out, why are you doing that? Now, again, I have to mind you, we're a very active family, so my kids are all string beans. But, and I said once, I want to be healthy, and I want you guys to be healthy, and that's why I try to incorporate more healthy behaviors. But for myself, I find it's easier to be slipping up, and I need to watch those things. I need to watch it, and so that's why I do it for myself. Do I want you kids doing it? No, you don't need to. You don't need to. We're plenty active. If there comes a time that you needed to worry about that, then I would teach you. That's what I told them, because I don't want them on it. You know what I mean? I don't want them to be the kids that are paranoid that if they eat junk food, they need to worry about weight, or they need to worry about, terrible things happening to them. But they need to be more aware that there's a balance, and that's what we talk about.
But that is a good point, though. I mean,
Healthy
even as
attitude.
active as they are, if they're not eating healthy, they'll feel that effect when they're, competing or doing whatever it is they do.
absolutely.
You're
Especially, I know
absolutely
you
right
have
on
the
that.
one that plays basketball.
Yep.
I have one that does as well, and it took her eating, all the junk food one weekend during a tournament when we were traveling to find that she couldn't eat those things when she's competing. And so she's very well aware of what she can and can't eat.
See, it's nice when
That's a
they
perfect-
start learning those things, and that's the key too. To learn, the younger that they learn it, not that it's bad. Don't ever eat junk food, but if you don't find that balance, if they go off the deep end, I think it's easier for them to. They don't have as bad and as deeply rooted bad habits as we do as adults, so it's easier to change those things when they're younger. You know
what's the weirdest thing though? I haven't had fast food in forever. Like, I think the fastest food that I've had was during Lent, and I went and got a fish sandwich or two, but I would have nothing on there, like no tartar, no junk. I would just have it plain, no cheese and all that other garbage. So just to kind of throw out there and let you know. But I find I get sluggish. I find that I'm like, oh, you have anything, whether it's a French fry or a hamburger, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
it's crazy.
That grease and stuff.
Yeah,
no
I
matter
can't- I
where
can't
you're
touch
eating
that,
at,
yeah.
is rough.
Yeah, it's starting to upset my stomach now when I eat those things
That's a
Yes.
that I don't prepare.
Isn't that true?
that's great
Very
though.
true. I went out last weekend to Ruth Chris with a friend for a steak, and took the smaller steak. I was dying. I mean,
Really?
at the end of that meal, and it was just steak and mushrooms, no bread, no nothing, and I was dying.
In
was,
what way?
Really?
It was
Explain.
awesome. My stomach was just, it felt heavy. It just
Yeah.
felt, and it was almost painful
Wow.
to have.
Just
that
heavier
amount of-
food than what you're used to because you don't make
and
that at home.
I didn't rest that night. I tossed and turned all night long, having that big chunk of red meat. Of course, we ate at 9:00.
Yeah.
But
But
still,
still, I mean, it just sat there. And
so what does that make you do? Are you gonna?
I got to go to Ruth Chris a little more often, get used to it. No,
For lunch rather than dinner, maybe.
Right,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like, I mean, that would be a good.
Or a little bit earlier, young
yeah, a
man.
little bit earlier. would be
Yeah,
the
they do
wise
say,
thing to do.
it's amazing to find out the effects on the body of eating late.
I can't
you
eat
know.
past a certain time. I can't eat past 7. I mean, if I'm trying to go to bed between 8:30 and 10, which is normal for me, especially during the week,
Yeah.
I have to stop. Even my doctor said that to me last time I was in, like at the latest 6:15, 6:30. And so I'm like, even if I want to do, because I'll do like a yogurt type shake with fresh fruit in there and throw it in the blender, I have to like be very careful.
Early.
Yeah, the
I
sugar,
remember,
you know.
we had a doctor on, a world-renowned doctor, Jamie Kaufman, was on, author of books. She specializes in reflux, but she was really fascinating to read her book and to talk to about the effects. You like chemically, your body, if you don't get enough sleep, will tell you that you're hungry when you're not, but also that shut off, you don't even realize you're just mindlessly eating, and then it just sits there. It's terrible for you. It converts much faster to fat and, other things. So, I mean, there is a good reason that you probably felt so, rough eating that late. But
I'm glad to hear
I bet it
this,
was
though.
delicious,
It's
though.
really good because I think people out in the audience or viewing or listening, hearing these different examples from all of us.
Right.
That it's maybe you're not supposed to be doing that. So on Friday night, so I'm going to throw you a couple things that I did this weekend because I was thinking of all of you, and I'm like, if I don't do something to show these my compadres, my colleagues.
But you
here
mean
that are friends-
business,
I'm
right?
in business. So Carly, my daughter's turning 22. So she decided she wanted, which I thought was really cool to tie into this as well. She requested from mom and dad that she had grandma and grandpa on my mother, my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, my mother, my father's no longer around, Devin, her boyfriend, and myself and Norma. So we all went bowling.
Oh, how
now
fun.
I haven't been bowling in forever. Exactly. So I got an A in bowling in college, by the way.
Oh,
So
how
you guys
funny.
know. So
Wait. In
average
college,
what?
you
Yeah,
could
no
bring
kidding.
up
That was a
bowling?
class.
you gotta remember.
Please.
Underwater basket weaving too.
It was. I went to college 84 to 88. That was the only class that I took that that you had to take a physical class. It was either running or whatever. But I learned so much from that class to this day. Now think about it. I graduated from college in 88. So you're talking a long time
About
ago.
bowling, though? You learned
about
so
bowling,
much.
but it was about the strike position and over the arrows and stuff.
Seriously.
I was
You did put
rocking
that into
it.
practice a few years ago.
Okay.
That's
so I got an A in
funny.
this class. So we go to this bowling alley. Now that I say to Carly and everybody in the room, okay, we're gonna order appetizers, we're gonna order food, and most everybody knows that bowling food's not good at all.
Right.
I was blown away. They had chicken wraps, salads, they had everything.
Wow.
So I literally
That's
I
nice.
said, what does everybody want? And they're like, what are you having? I'm like, hold on, margarita.
Yeah.
With no sugar. I had one one margarita, I'm being honest, with double shots of Patron. Just kidding. No, I'm not. And so then I had one margarita, but then I had a chicken wrap. And then they actually had chicken tenders, which
Yeah.
obviously I know those are fried, but they were big honking. So I had that with a little bit of sauce. That's all I had. No chips, no anything else. So I thought that was good. But here's where it gets good. We didn't bowl one. We didn't bowl two. We bowled 3 games.
Oh, that's awesome.
I have not bowled.
Did you
3
win?
games. The first game was kind of like a practice game.
So no.
Was bad. The second game, 4 strikes in a row.
Wow.
And 3 spares. So my score I think was like 168 or something, which
That's
for me was
sweet.
great. Then
Man,
the
if I
third-
can break 100, it's
can
a
I
great
tell you
game.
where this is where it got crazy? The third game, I started bowling my first 2 frames in, and by the third one, I could literally tell. I looked at everybody. I'm like, I'm really tired, but I could feel that my body
Yeah.
was just giving out. And I'm not being weird. I'm just saying,
No.
and it's not the age because I was active and I was
Oh,
being
no.
fast boy. But that was Friday. So at the end of the event, which was several hours later, I felt I had worked out. I feel like I hate to say this, but I was like sweating.
Yeah.
Because I had a sweater on. I'm like, I'm working out.
That's right.
But I was going crazy, going nuts.
With some of that strength training, like those medicine, that bowling ball is similar to the medicine ball kind
my
of thing.
shoulder hurt?
I'll tell you this arm.
Just
arm
I know.
hurt.
Yeah.
And I just felt like my back area, because you're
Because
down.
you're not
Yeah.
used to that
You're
motion.
bowling.
Right.
You bowl, Jenny, all the time, right?
Not anymore. We haven't bowled for like 4 years.
Okay, so
So for me to pick up a ball, I think I've thrown maybe 3 games in the
Really?
last year or so, and not all at once. So and for me, we were league bowlers.
Oh, really?
So my average was like 175.
That's
Sorry,
incredible.
That's
awesome.
crazy.
But, I was
Great.
taught by a lot of good bowlers, and I
Hence the college class, you guys.
I mean, if I could take that in college, that would be awesome because
Well,
then I could totally.
You would have
ace
aced
that.
it, man.
I
That's really
actually
good.
taught Everybody that was with us, like my father-in-law used to bowl in League 2, and we
Yeah.
all, like when I was younger. But I had said to them, I'm telling you, look at the arrows, do this, this, and this. And
Yeah.
it truly, if you follow the arrows, depending upon how you bowl and on what side, and I do feel like I had to go down. Like I was at an 11-pound ball. I felt like a real dork because my ball was pink, but
How funny.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Look at, thank you, Mary.
You're
It's
still
okay,
working
man.
out. That's good. I think that's good. Whatever. I think that's awesome.
Jenny
Bowling
goes-
is fun.
Jenny's like, she's at a 14-pound ball. She's like, wimp.
Yeah.
You know what's awesome though? I think that's a perfect example of fitting in exercise and in such a different way. Just like the We Fit thing. It's so different, but it's fun and it's not your typical standing in, an aerobic class.
I felt like I
for
was
30
doing
minutes or
something.
whatever, so.
Saturday, here's
Right.
what I did. I'll let you all know. I got awesome sleep. I got like 6 hours for Rick Federici. 6 hours is incredible.
lot.
I was tired when I went home. It was like we chilled out. It was really great. So I woke up early, went for a quick walk without my dog.
Aw.
It's sad because he's no longer with us.
Yeah.
But it's tough. Every day is a better day. But then I had a lift because we had for our driveway, because it's for sale, we had the driveway lifted to get rid of some of the cracks. So they did the sidewalk up to the front stoop. It actually made the side portions of it where I have pebblestone go like way down, and it rose up. So I had to get like 20 bags of this pebblestone. Well, this stuff's like 30 to 40 pounds a bag. I think it's 40, whatever it is. And I literally thought, okay, I'll be hee-ho man. And I go.
You are going to move it? Now that's way more exercise than the
And I
bowling.
literally got I pulled, the dolly. I put it in the truck, took it off the stack because it was up high because it was no one there. It was real early in the morning. It was right around 7. Loaded into my truck. And then because the driveway was just done, we couldn't park on the driveway. So I had to park my truck on the street and take it bag by bag up to the front.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
I will tell you, when I was done with that, I have not felt like that. Even when I was quote unquote working out, whatever, that to me was such a detailed workout that I literally stretched before. But when I was done, because I was so afraid that my back was going to get thrown out, I literally did some push-ups and I did a couple of other things. And then Sunday I did 25 minutes, not miles, 25 minutes on my bike in the basement while I was on my trainer.
Yeah.
So that was what I did for the weekend outside of other things.
That's
so
really good workout.
Yeah.
I mean, the bags of stone.
The key to that would be, after you're done with that heavy lifting, get on the bike then.
Really?
Yes. And let that the heat get to your muscles and relax them, and
I can
let the
see how
blood
that could
flow.
work.
That's a good
and just
idea.
pull it all down and just let it, and then just kind of lay still from there. Because you got a lactic acid buildup, and that's going to seize
Yeah.
you. So if you get on the bike and just let that blood flow and just push it all out, you'll
Easy ride. You
recoup a
mean
little.
not
yeah, just go at it. It's more time but it's just muscle movement.
Yeah.
Just getting that blood.
That's a good
flowing.
point.
I felt good, Mary.
Yeah, I think that's
I was
fantastic.
thinking of all you guys. I'm like, I better go because I knew Jackie
We
was
had a
gonna be
house
her
full. We had friends and cousins over and all kinds of stuff. So the most exercise I got, we were playing with the kids with the medicine ball that they really wanted.
Cool.
Catch. It's funny. I mean, it's loud and it's heavy. It's not real heavy, but to bounce it to each other like in a big circle. The kids love that. And you know what? It is good. We were there's a page of workouts that came with it, like different workout exercises. And I said, I'm going to try to do a round of each one of these. Well, I only got about halfway through, and my upper body, like through here, was so sore, and it wasn't even heavy. That's what was funny, is it felt like nothing at first when we were just bouncing it. The kids, of course, the littler ones were like, ooh, this is heavy. And I thought, oh, this is not
Time to play Foursquare, kids.
But until we were doing some of these workouts on it, I thought I could see how that's beneficial.
Yeah.
Versus, I typically think of exercise as a more cardio based. So this was very different. And I thought maybe I should try just doing half of these every day. You know what I mean? Who knows? It's something, but I couldn't believe how sore through here I was when it felt like nothing. Truthfully, it was probably lighter than your bowling ball, but just the motions that
That 11-pound bowling ball.
I'm not ripping on you.
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying
are.
no.
Look at all the women
I'm
are
ripping on
ripping
me. I'm making fun of me, not you. I'm saying I was surprised at how sore I was from that. The stone, though, I've helped with stone and
brutal.
mulch. Oh my goodness, that's a crazy good workout. So that's fun.
If you do
So good for you.
landscaping too, if you do bricks, you're moving things like that around.
Yeah, my goodness.
That's crazy stuff. So
That's
Anyways.
hamstring work from being bent over. Boy,
No.
your hamstrings just die after doing that
you
stuff.
have to be real careful. That's why I really, now as I get older especially, I know you're supposed to warm up before
Yeah.
you work out. But all right, so that's a couple of things. I'm glad we got to catch up there. Now Dwayne came in with goodies today.
I
Look
know
at this.
it.
Tell us what you brought.
Oh.
I'm gonna hold it up.
The kid.
That was my exercise yesterday. I made hummus. Because the rest of the day I spent doing taxes. So it's hummus. It's just homemade hummus. It's the one is a chickpea with sun-dried tomatoes. The other one is edamame or soybeans.
Okay.
With just a little bit of fresh parsley in it as an additive. But they each have lemon juice and tahini and a little garlic. And
Can we try it on the air?
Please.
You could do whatever you'd like.
Tell me what the.
And I want to ask you something before I forget. Did you find out about those wraps from?
No, I no. It's on a Post-it note and it's on the side of my computer. But no, I have not looked into it any
Maybe
further.
next time.
I just wondered.
Yeah.
I'm curious what these.
Those are,
These are-
I'm a Costco guy, sorry. Those
Okay,
are ciabatta chips.
Okay,
So they have like a light olive oil coating on them, but
they're pretty basic as far
they're
as.
good. Yeah, they're really good.
I don't know if you guys want to try anything, but I'm just going to try this live on the air. Yeah, look at you.
I wanted to try one
Now
of these already.
there's less garlic in the soybean than it is in the chickpea, but
Yeah, I'm Lebanese, so I grew up having hummus with chickpeas and tahini. And
Well, you know,
Yeah.
like we talked about
Traditional
hummus
sense.
last time, I said I've only had it once. I had a dear friend bring it over, and I don't know if she made it or bought it.
Yeah.
I did not like it. So but
See, my
last time
son
I
does
did,
not
and I know that's terrible, but I just didn't.
Who, your friend brought
I'm
it
not
over?
saying who it is.
see, I use that as a salad dressing for dinner. I'll
Oh, really?
just throw that in a handful of greens in and big dollop
Ooh,
of
this one
either.
smells really good.
This one is awesome.
Ooh, this one smells really
What
good
is
too.
this one?
That's
That's
edamame. It's soybeans, fresh soybeans. They're frozen, but they're not cooked. Lemon juice. There's a little cumin in the soybean one.
I can taste the lemon juice in here. This is very good.
Yeah, I like lemon, so it's going to be pretty
haven't
bright
had
with
that
lemon juice.
I can eat this.
This is delicious.
So you eat this as a
No,
snack?
thanks. I'll eat it as a snack, but I use it on just anything. I don't eat anything with grain, so I don't use bread or chips or anything.
You don't at all?
No,
You don't eat any grains?
I don't eat any grains.
Rice?
No rice. No, yeah, none.
Wow, I could
Oh my
not.
gosh.
I honestly have more of a weekness for that than I do sweets. A lot of times, for me, I would prefer. Like for me, it is chips. I do have to say one healthy thing we tried. We discussed this on air once with a vegan chef. We tried to make our own tortilla chips this weekend.
Oh, how was
So when we had Chef Melody Prettyman here, who's a vegan chef, I said that was one of my weaknesses, and she said, "Make your own. At least then you know there's not much oil in them and stuff." So I said, "Really?" And she said, "Yeah. It's just you literally buy corn tortillas, cut them up. Thank you, and then you bake them in the oven with just a little bit of oil."
The
And
spray oil. Yeah.
well, what I did is, so I looked up a recipe online, and it was actually said to brush it on the corn tortillas before you cut them. I found that to actually be too oily.
Yeah.
I said, my husband and I, so we did that, and we also squirted some lime on them because we like that flavor.
Yeah, spray it on and then bake them not on a rack, but on an elevated like a cooling rack,
Oh, really?
so the air gets both sides of them, and there's
That's
no
a good idea. I
mushy
haven't
spots
tried
in the
that.
middle.
We flipped them. It
Yeah.
was just a little bit different. We said it'll be a trial and error, but I could see how it is much healthier. I
Oh,
mean, these corn
absolutely.
tortillas, there was nothing. I mean, they were literally raw, uncooked corn tortillas.
I am
And
freaked
so-
out on this.
Yeah, this was.
Both of these.
I didn't
How
try
hard
that
is
one.
this to make these? And
It's a
can
piece
I eat
of
this
cake.
in one serving?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. There's nothing bad in it. I mean, they're really.
For sure you can.
No, but I'm saying.
it on the way out.
No, I would easily eat this instead of having
done.
a snack. I would have this, and I'm asking if I can eat this in one serving. So what would this be? How many calories?
I have no idea.
Okay. But
There,
this is- you
that's
eat
made
this?
with all the time. It's made with that's 1 pound of soybeans, 2 lemons juiced, the zest of one of the lemons, not a tablespoon, geez, a teaspoon of cumin,
Okay.
salt, a little bit of red pepper flake, tahini, about a quarter cup, and you just put it in there and whiz it, and then you just you put olive oil in as it's spinning to get
You just
that.
put it like in your food processor.
Yeah, all
right?
in a food
Or
processor.
Or a blender if you
Yeah.
have a strong blender.
And you make this stuff at home too, Jen?
And it usually ends
My
up
mom
about
makes
3
it.
tablespoons of olive oil.
I don't.
And fresh garlic, no powder. I mean, everything. So there's nothing bad in it at all.
It's delicious.
It's very good.
It's a great
Look,
salad dressing.
You have just
even
fixed
this.
my view on hummus. I like it.
And the other one is
You've never had hummus?
I did once.
It makes
Remember, I
a big
just said my friend
difference.
brought it and I didn't like it.
A big difference if it's store bought versus homemade.
yes,
There's a
huge
I'm not
huge
sure
difference.
which hers was.
Yeah, you
Oh, I'm
lose.
sure.
I
and
think
and
you,
really, the way that you make it actually makes a difference too.
Call her out on the air.
No, I would
and,
never
and
do
not
that.
not that we're calling out your friend, but my mom. Like I said, I grew up with hummus, and this is pretty good compared to hers.
Thanks.
So, nice,
Wow.
well done.
it's coming from a Lebanese.
From a Lebanese girl.
That's
So-
awesome.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna throw
That's
this
not bad
in.
for an Irishman, huh?
What do you eat? I know you said you put it on your salads, but you don't just eat it with a spoon, do you?
Yeah, sometimes.
You
Sure.
dip veggies in it
Yeah.
then
Dip
instead? Or
veggies.
something?
I
Like,
put carrots and celery
For a
in it.
snack, I'll take
Oh, yeah.
a couple dollops of it in a bowl, throw a little bit of hot jardinere in it, mix it up, and just eat it off a spoon. That's my ice cream.
Really?
Where?
Yeah.
What are these from? Where did you
Those
make these?
no, those are just store bought. That's I forget the name of that bread.
I have to try.
the
Ciabatta.
I'm
It's a
gonna show you
ciabatta
this.
chip.
I have to try a whole bunch
Oh,
on this. It's so good.
one of the other things you can do with it is you can buy a really thin Syrian bread. And I know that Al's carries lots of different really good either pita or Syrian breads that you can eat it with. It's fantastic with that too.
That's
Naan.
Naan.
Or even whole
You can
wheat or
even
whole
be-
grain.
like
good to
a naan is good too, and those you can make
know
that
what's
yourself. Naan.
No.
What's that?
It's a bread. It's a wheat bread. You can make it whole wheat, and you make it like a bread dough, but you just roll it out real thin and then throw it on the grill it, and it's just
You
real
guys are like
lightweight.
making me even more. Look at
Look
we're
at us.
sitting
We're
there,
like, and we use regular old American diet. Where's the chips to dip in this? Where's my big old bag of tortilla chips? You know.
Although
Wow.
I did find a multigrain tortilla chip, a natural one, this weekend. That's delicious, and that doesn't have corn in it.
We tried to bring one in to Chef Melody,
Oh,
and it was all natural.
we got spanked.
It said a whole grain, and she told me it was garbage. I said, "How is it garbage?"
This is garbage. I'm like, woo.
Well, she said it was so much oil. Looking
Which
at it,
we
and I
don't
said,
Okay.
which I didn't realize. And that's when she told me try and make them at home, and it was easy.
But you
and
did
it
get a
was-
name for the popcorn you brought in.
I know it. That one. That
Skinny
was
Pop?
Smart.
Skinny Pop.
That's good
Yeah,
stuff. Isn't
it
it?
is good. It's very good.
Can I tell you, Skinny Pop with spoonfuls of this hummus
Mm.
would be incredible. Like you put the popcorn in there, you just jam the hummus, and ooh, yeah, like it's
these-
ice cream.
Yeah.
These are both full of protein, then, right? I mean, the
Yeah, it's
those beans.
with chickpeas and soybeans.
I would love to get this recipe.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
can.
Both of them.
Yeah, sure.
That is awesome. This is great.
Yeah, the hummus, the chickpea one is kind of. I'll have to write it down because I've kind of tweaked it through the years. The soybean one, I stick to one. It's 'cause it's,
That's
I like it.
It's fantastic. It
Oh,
is.
I
and I
love
think
it.
that it would be fun to, again, I know we aren't the ones that add things on Younger Life, but this would be an amazing recipe. Both of these to add on to the Younger Life recipes.
Agree.
YoungerLife.org has a ton of good recipes, but these are so good. We should put them on there, or find somebody that can put them on there
Well,
for us.
less than a minute. Any final thoughts from any of you?
Oh, nope.
I so appreciate all of you here.
Okay, 2 weeks out, I'm hoping that I can do better and at least not be. I hope that I go down at least a half a pound. I would be thrilled. No, I'm shooting for 3 though.
3 pounds.
3. That's what I'm shooting for. I
you
think
go.
that's really reasonable
If you
in 2
go 3,
weeks.
I'll try 3.
Okay, let's do it. I know we can do this.
I know we can.
All
We
right.
can do it. Can we do it, everybody?
Oh, you
Oh,
can do it.
definitely.
Thank you, Jackie,
Yep.
Jenny, Dwayne.
Yes, thank you for coming. These are my favorite Mondays. So
I agree. We thank you all for watching and hanging out with us on Younger Life. I'm Rick Federici.
I'm Mary Ann.
Have a great day, guys. Bye, Jackie, Jenny, Dwayne. Woo woo!
Bye.
AM 1420.